IBAGIW. Yan. Baguio Creative Festival 2024. Yan, sabi nga dito, inquisitive, disruptive, and creative. Can everybody shout, mabuhay? Mabuhay! Ayun, okay, so let's start. Let's start our media lunch. We'll start, of course, with the muna tayo. No? We'll have the good announcement. Good news yata tayo, no? Some announcements from our City Tourism Officer, yung ating Supervising Operations and Tourism Officer, Engineer Aloysius C. Papalo. Ano pa naman natin si Sir Alan? We have some good news to share us. Let's get it. And some announcements. He will be followed, of course, by Ma'am Venus.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone, and I'm so happy to see you all as I just got back. And medyo grumpy pa ng konti, kaya please bear with me. But yeah, there will be a lot of things and a lot of good news that we would like to share this morning, particularly with regards to very different IBAGIW Creative Festival for this year. This is the 7th edition, so we'll give you a glimpse of what to expect for the entire year. For this year, starting with the opening this Friday, and with the lots of many other activities throughout the month until December. But I would like, perhaps later to give you also a background of what we have done so far for the past IBAGIW. As I've said, this is our 7th. But meantime, sit back as we ask also our other analysts, and I'm very grateful to be sitting with them here in front to wish you all happy IBAGIW month once again for Baguio City. Thank you.
A happy IBAGIW month to you, sir, and to all of you. Next, of course, we have the co-chair of the City of Baguio City, Creative Baguio City Council. I believe I'm a co-chair, Ma'am Marie Venus. Ma'am, can you share with us the activities we're having for IBAGIW?
Thank you, Gab, and naimbag nga sapang, nabigat, kaya amin ako. So, as we prepare our journey towards the 8th year of being a UNESCO Creative City, syempre, i-celebrate muna natin yung 7. And so, this is the 7th IBAGIW Creative City Festival of the City of Baguio in celebration of our designation as UNESCO for crafts and folk arts. And so, this month, excited po kami, talaga excited kami because there are many events and activities lined up for the whole month of November until December. So mag-uumpisa po tayo sa 8 November, no, hanggang 8 December. So marami tayong activities. So, nagtataka kayo bakit ganyan ang theme? Inquisitive, disruptive, creative. DTI has already announced, no? Sila po ang leading agency to make sure that the country becomes a creative industry country. And that it becomes a creative country known globally in 2030. Too close for comfort, di ba? Kaya sabi namin, I think if we have to be creative country by 2030, we have to begin where? We have to begin in the very foundation of our society. And that is the children. Children are important to make sure that everything goes towards the goals and aspirations of our community. And so we feel that this year, this IBAGIW, we said, we will look at children and we'll make sure that we highlight how we should empower and enable them. Kaya inquisitive. It becomes inquisitive, so our children will be highlighted. There are many events that will feature and make sure that our children get interested in creativity. Disruptive, why? We look at innovation as a means to get out of the box. We've always had creativity ever since. Baguio has, and the Cordilleras for that matter, has always been very, very creative. But we've always been very traditional. But now, moving forward, I think we should start to be more progressive without losing our cultural identity. And so, we become disruptive and innovative in a way. But remain creative. And so that's the reason for the theme this year. Inquisitive, disruptive, creative. And so, Alex will provide the details of Baguio City today. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Venus. Sir Alec, kindly.
Sorry.
Or having disrupted enough. Of course, let's say hi to the very lovely Regional Director, DOT, Ma'am Jomita Danomat. Good morning to you.
Sabi na lang itong mic kasi use the other mic. Yeah, sorry. And just to add, unfortunately we're not seeing the screen. Ito po sa screen. You can see the logo there in the theme. So it has been discussed by Mobinos. Actually, it came from the discussion among the members and officers of CBCC as to how we can have a theme for this year, and just so timely and very relevant that we start including the children as mentioned. But even then, with the knowledge that is being transferred or given to the children, this inquisitive attitude can maybe given answers that can also be challenged so that the disruption fails. So sabi na natin provoke ang ating theme, and that is why we have lined up activities that will also not only provoke our creativity, but even our mindset on how to go ahead with go ahead pursuing re-establishing our distinction as a UNESCO Creative City. But before we go ahead with the activities, and many of our fellow panelists here will discuss the details of these activities for this year, I would just like to walk you through our previous humble achievements for the past years, particularly for the past 3 years. Officially, we started the Creative Festival in 2018. But if you remember, we still call it Entaco. Entaco, the Creative Festival, that it was the first edition. And then it was in 2019, and we started officially using the new name, IBAGIW. It is a coined term now actually has many different meanings. It simply meant Baguio being, as we know it, the basis, as story says, the basis of how Baguio was named. This is the mosque, Baguio, and therefore referring to our city in that colloquial term. E being a prefix, a Cordilleran prefix referring to someone coming from that place. So IBAGIW is proudly a statement of coming from Baguio. Not only the person, but all of its works, artworks, creativity, and innovations from Baguio. That's why we call it IBAGIW. Nowadays, which I think is a good way to use it as well, it's being used to refer to the people of Baguio, because we've never had any, actually. We've never had any term for, maybe, noon narinig natin Baguioites, Baguio people. So I've heard Mayor using it many times already to refer it to the people of Baguio. So We are all here as fellow IBAGIWs, our people who are from Baguio, and proudly making and creating new things, innovations that is proudly made in Baguio. That is what IBAGIW meant. And we would like to present that with a new logo which is every year being done. For many of you who have been following us and know a lot of our artists might already be familiar with the color scheme and the style of the logo. This is actually designed remotely by our well-known mural artist, Benazir Martinez, who is now based in San Francisco, and always asking us how she could still help in spite of the distance. So this is one proud IBAGIW girl who wanted to still contribute to our activities here in Baguio City. So that logo is designed representing a character in different forms, meaning in different way of expressing how he can be inquisitive and disruptive and creative all at the same time. Actually, may pangalan yung character na yan, which will be launched during the opening. Hindi ko kaya announce ngayon yung pangalan ng character na yan. So that is how the logo evolved. It is actually a graphical presentation of our theme. Okay, before discussing the activities for this year, as I've said, for the past 3 years, particularly after pandemic. But mind you, please recall that I think it's only IBAGIW Creative Festival that never stopped being conducted even during the pandemic. It's actually even Ma'am Venus, who incessantly pursue that we still have the Creative Festival, even during the pandemic. But the numbers, of course, will have a different narrative during the pandemic period. So the numbers that I'm presenting now is after pandemic, starting 2021, 2022, 2023, how we progress through the years with the different indicators that we have set for ourselves. Gross revenue is the conservative gross revenue for all of the creative products and services that we offer during that period only, for the months of November until December, because there were activities that were extended until December. This does not include, this is what I always tell everyone, this does not include the benefit or the revenues that might have incurred by tourists for other services, not necessarily those showcased during our IBAGIW activities. So you know how tourists go, they use transportation, the restaurants, they go to hotels. So those are also part of the revenues that we are benefiting from whenever we have activities like this, which is not reflected here. So this is only the numbers that are directly from the sales, or the services that have been rendered during these periods of the festival, November to December. So 2021, it's a humble 14.5 million, 2022, 27.5, and 30 million for 2023. But I would just like to mention that these are not only the products and services happening in Baguio. We've also considered those that are happening outside of Baguio, and the best-selling activity always is the Ipagapsa of Department of Trade and Industry, because they are bringing in not only the products of Baguio, but the entire Cordillera region outside of Baguio City during these months of November. So it will happen again this year. So the bulk of that is really those that are being offered outside of Baguio. We are also monitoring how we have reached our audience through Facebook reach and Facebook page visits. And as you have seen, we have been steady in terms of our numbers until last year. And even before we started this year, it is now already increasing in terms of reach. We also created, I would like all of you to follow this new page, a dedicated FB page for IBAGIW Creative Festival. Because in the past, we are using the FB page of the CBCC, or the UNESCO Creative City Facebook page, as our portal for IBAGIW activities. But since we have other activities beyond IBAGIW, that is what we have been using, we thought that we would like to have a separate dedicated page for IBAGIW. So please follow that as our new FB page, and we would like also to monitor how we could start to reach our audience on that page. Our participating artists, now this time this is actual, not necessarily only those who are selling crafts, but participating in many forms, like in our activities, the performers, the creative directors, etc. So we are growing steadily from 2021 at 838 and last year at 970. This year, perhaps we'll have a new number, but definitely, as Ma'am Gino said, we would like to see more younger participants. And even the children who will now be featured, who will now be counted as participating artists, even only at the inquisitive stage. Support staff are more of the technical and administrative staff, rather than creative. These are personnel, even artists before that. These are personnel that are actually being paid. So we would just like to point out that services do not go unsupported. So these are the numbers that we commission every time for the past 3 years. Supporting institutions, we are steady at almost the same number from 18, 15 to 16 last year. And in our live streaming events, we have recorded live participants increasing 1,000 every year. From 2000 to 2021, last year it was 4,000 accumulated live participants in our live streaming services. And we are also reaching out to, in terms of promotions, and is gaining PR values of, 2021, because after the pandemic, we would like to be more aggressive in promoting. That's why we have a bigger figure. And we have decreased that in 3.2 million because it appeared that we have more organic mileage rather than paid advertising. So we have lessened that already. So now we have more organic funding. So this is just a glance of what we've achieved so far for the past 3 years, but only for IBAGIW. Okay? And as I've said, creativity does not stop after IBAGIW. It happens all year round, and there are many other activities and other benefits and other accomplishments that we've gained, particularly with the help of CBCC. So now we will go to the different activities. So that's basically the question every year. What is new? What is new this year? Okay, so we will present first the highlights. By the way, we have several activities, also led by other private entities, that were included in a separate calendar. But we would like to present first the more traditional ones. So I'll just use my copy here. Okay, ito nakita yung ano.
Pareho po tayo mahina ang mata natin, Sir Alec.
Maybe kasi nakatalikod sa amin.
Okay, is it being shown?
So I don't know what the audience is seeing.
Okay, sige, please go on.
There. This is something that's always been looked forward to, not only for our locals, but even the national dignitaries who started following our creative festival. What is it going to be new for opening Gala? So in the past years, it's really a spectacle of good shows that can only be experienced and seen here in Baguio City. So this year is going to be entirely different, but of course we'll have the traditional flow. But in opening our IBAGIW Creative Festival, we thought of bringing together young performing artists. Not only performing arts, but even digital arts. So it's going to be a high-tech show, conceptualized, directed, and to be performed by young Baguio artists. uh, which is going to be separately announced, what is going to be presented there. But it's definitely something different, medyo high-tech siya ngayon. Because nga sabi ni Ma'am, gusto natin disruptive, how our traditional cultural components of our creativity can be merged with new technology. So we'll see that in a performance show in the opening gala. So something to watch out for. And then part of our opening gala is our traditional opening of the contemporary exhibit. Every year we bring in our most distinguished visual artists. And it will be different this time because it will be specially curated by, I think Rocky is here.
Rocky's here.
Rocky Kahigan has been tapped. Okay? Maganda yan every year iba-iba para iba something different to expect. So they call it Naked City. So we'll see how Baguio has evolved through cross-community migration, indigenous cultural resistance to colonial narratives. So in different visual art forms that is specially curated by Rocky Kahigan. So later perhaps you may also want to ask him about the concept and the details of this contemporary art exhibit. So to be open simultaneously during the opening gala right after the show, this will be at the basement of Baguio Convention Center. And also with that exhibit, we will open a different kind of an exhibit where it will be done here at a smaller gallery. We call this the 2600 Gallery right behind me. It has become a favorite exhibit venue for many of our budding artists. And now we will use it for this year's, actually it is the first, so it is only going to be seen this year, and perhaps hopefully for the next other years. The IBAGIW Imagineers Showcase. Later we can ask our Art about more of this. But this is something that definitely be the narrative of the disruptive component of our theme. How our creatives were able to reimagine or reimagineer our crafts and our arts. And this is going to be showcased also during the opening gala. These exhibits, of course, will open for the entire month. Another highlight of IBAGIW will be the Creative Sundays. So we know that the session road is being pedestrianized every Sunday. We'll make it special for November. So it's going to be exclusive for our creatives. And we ask the help of CBCC and the different sectoral representatives because, and they are all here. Later perhaps we can present them as they will also showcase on session road for the 4 Sundays. We have a soft launching pala yesterday. It's a trial period pala, but many of you have seen that already. But the main opening of Creative Sundays will be this coming Sunday. So the different sectors, creative sectors in Baguio City, from publishing, from books, from design to crafts, cultural expressions, performing arts. Ayan, nandyan na lahat sa session road, extending up to Carantes. And what's this road now? Carantes, including Calderon. Perfecto, yeah. Yung crossing the Carantes Road, yeah. We make that also part of our celebrations for Creative Sundays. So watch out for that, and I think you might want to invite your visitors who will be our tourists to be coming more during weekends because this is one of the things that they might want to see. We've asked also our creatives, the designers, to not only showcase but perhaps sell very unique items that has not been produced before. Yeah, kaya na disruptive tayo. many have not been seen before and only to be seen, no? During the Creative Sundays on Session Road. Okay, so shall I use this instead? Walang remote. Pwede chat ka na lang. Ay, dito ka na sa tabi na. Para may sarili kang screen. Kasi pinatalikod sa amin yung screen. Yeah, we don't know how it appears there. So what's next after opening gala? So it's something exciting this Friday. And then of course the Sunday after that and the whole weekend this coming weekend. So we are now after Imagineer Showcase and the Creative Sundays. That's November 10, 17, and 7. Your GASTRO is keep one. Yeah. Your GASTRO. You'll be next now at your GASTRO. Before Creative Sunday.
Yeah, industrial art, creative.
So this is something different, conceptualized by the fertile mind of Mampinos. Ito yung small but terrible, small body but very large imaginations.
Okay, speaking of disruption. Alright, this is my new baby. This is my new baby, and I think it is something that is out of the box. It is disruptive. As we know, gastronomy is one of the creative fields of the UNESCO Creative Cities Network, gastronomy. Baguio being a UNESCO Creative Arts of crafts and folk arts is not only that. Baguio is more than that. People come to Baguio for many, many things. And a lot of things are now being fueled by technology, even. And so, I feel that there are many players in the city that begins to draw a lot of attention towards what is interesting in the city of Baguio. And one of them is gastronomy. So gastronomy has become a new interest for many visitors coming to the city of Baguio. It's being fueled by social media. A lot are being driven by social media. And a lot of these restaurants drive it. And I'm very proud of these restaurants who are homegrown in the city of Baguio, has made names for themselves, not only for what they are, but what they offer. And so this year I felt, why not mix gastronomy with art? And so we're tweaking the creative crawl, and we're calling it Gastro plus Art Creative Crawl. And so we've invited about 11 restaurants who are so popular nowadays to many, many people here. And some of them are here. Can you stand up, restaurants?
Can you stand up? Representatives from these restaurants who will be participating in the GASTRO Creative. Stand up.
I want you to be interviewed also.
Palakpakan ba natin? There we go.
We have Mountain Man. I don't know if Amare is here. We have Gallery by Bushcraft. We have Gallery by Bushcraft is here. G1. We have Chaya. We have Gypsy Baguio. Even Rebel is part of the Gastro Creative Art Crawl. All of these restaurants have agreed for the entire month to offer new and introduce new cuisine into their menu. And it's an IBAGIW special. But what is important is they're hosting artists. They're hosting artists in their own restaurants, and artists that they have selected themselves. And I felt that they should select their own artists to fit into their profile. What is nice here is that all our creatives now, our visual artists and our crafters, have a new platform to showcase and promote their art pieces. Why? Because all of these restaurants have their particular patrons. They all have their own patrons, so that it becomes a new platform. They're not just showcasing in galleries or in pop-ups. or in other places like creating Sundays, but now they have a new platform. They are now being showcased in restaurants that are creating interest into the city and into themselves, into the creativity. And so this is something that we are introducing this year. And if it becomes very popular, we will continue and expand to other restaurants that wish to participate. So this year, we will have this map. And in this map, there we are encouraging people to go around as a crawl. And then at the end, if they are able to probably accomplish at least eight of the restaurants, they get a prize. So that's important. And each of these restaurants, they have selected a day in the weekend in the month to launch on a private capacity. It's a by invitation only launch, where they will invite their favorite patrons to come, to taste, and to see. So it becomes sensorial. So this is something symbiotic now. So gastronomy meets art in a symbiotic way. They feed each other. So we now have two platforms to make sure that it is driven. It is driven in publicity, in social media. So we have our platform, we'll drive it. Each of the restaurants will drive it. And all of you, syempre lahat ng media, i-drive natin ito para maganda. So this will benefit not only our restaurants, our cuisine, our gastronomy, but also benefit our artists. So this is something new. Thank you.
Maybe
So if you want to interview some of the restaurant owners here, you can. And if you want to interview some of the artists that they have chosen, they're here also. I think I see Mr. Bayan, who is here. After this, we will have an open forum and you can meet them all. Thank you.
I was wondering if they also
Let's
brought
make this
samples.
informal. Let's not make this formal.
Do they have samples of food we can taste later?
Thank you. Thank you. So this will run until December 8th.
December 8th.
Yeah.
Sige, let's move on. Sir Alec, thank you, Ma'am Venus.
Thank you. See how impassioned Ma'am Venus is with this new baby. This is something from our MITD, also with our innovation hub, the Baguio Smart City Challenge. So as part of inviting younger creatives, one sector in the CBCC is not, it's not only digital arts, but technology innovations, so including programming, web design, and all technology-based creative industry. So they will be highlighted with a competition inviting senior high school and college students to create innovative and digital solutions to urban challenges. So this will be exciting, something that we wanna perhaps see and advocate, some of the presented solutions by our younger generations who are into digital technology tools. Also, next is for kids again. So, dami natin activities, part of our inquisitive theme, bringing in our younger population to start to become curious and inquisitive. So, second activity is this one, the crafts and folk art competition. This has been a tradition every year, but this year it will be especially for kids. So, kids edition, and of course with mentoring from our seasoned creatives of Baguio City. So, this is something exciting, and the call for participants is now open. Tama ba? So we can, you can register your children in participating for this very unique crafts and folk art competition. And next in line with the kids. So, yun, dami natin for the kids, no? This is specially organized by AFCC, which is the Asian Festival of Children's Content, Circle Philippines. This is not the first time that they are doing this, but they would like to do it
here in Baguio City as a creative city in line with our festival. So this is a convergence of all children content creators, not only in publishing but also in social media and in digital format. So meron din cartooning, writing, illustrating, in a seminar and in a convention. So this will be a 3-day activity, and title is Curiosity. We will also invite high school participants to start looking at contents where they might be also contributing, in creating contents for fellow children. So these are 3 activities for our kids. So meron tayong Smart City Challenge, of course not really kids, but college ones, and then the crafts competition, and then the convention for children's content. So solidifying our intent really to start exposing the younger generation para ma-achieve natin yung 2030 goal ni RD DTI to become a creative country. And has been also a tradition every year, part of digital content. The Dampayan, this is the 5th edition, entitled Malikhain, supported by Cordillera School of Digital Arts. And I think si Donna is also here. In the open forum later, we can ask them. Si Sir Raul Boncan is also here. So we can ask them of the details of the Dampayan episode 5. And next is the now popular. This is not only the 7th edition, but the 8th edition, because they have editions in between, twice a year. So this will be discussed further by Baki, actually they've just been recognized by the City Council in promoting, di ba may award mo? In promoting local crafts through Manbeco Quito, recognized with a resolution by the City Council, I think last year. So this is something that's sort of an institution for, and actually part of our award, sa ating ACO Awards on institutionalized culture and arts program, ating Manbeco Quito. So it will be held here in UP Baguio, so malapit lang. So since Romel is already here in front, we might as well ask some details from you.
Sir Romel, good morning to you, sir. About Manbeco Quito, yeah, November 28 to December 1, yeah, UP Baguio, sir.
Hello. Yes, good morning. Share lang yung log map.
Sige. Ayan, okay. So Sir Romel mamaya will be talking more about the Manbeco Quito. It's actually one of the highlights of the celebration of the IBAGIW Festival. Na-mention na rin ni Sir Ali kanina, it's nice to know, that kahit noong height ng pandemic, tuloy-tuloy yung celebration ng ating IBAGIW Festival. Kaya pala, yung mga natin, face mask natin, very creative. Nakita natin, very creative na face mask natin. We would also like to acknowledge, of course, the presence of DTI Regional Director, Ma'am Juliet Lucas. Ma'am, thank you for joining us. Of course, Ma'am Jovi of the DOT Car and other dignitaries we have here. Okay? Yeah. Yes. Sige.
Sorry.
Manbeco Quito.
It's okay. Because I think for later na lang. Pero for now, it's the 8th run of Manbeco Quito. It's still called kasi ng mga creatives ng Baguio, mga crafters, to still showcase Manbeco kasi may following na. So what's new for this year, with the help of nakinalign na namin with DOT and with DTI, IBAGIW, their support, meron kami bagong teaming ngayon. Bagong team, it's going to be Manbeco, immersive, and experiential. Ibig sabihin nun, all the guests or the visitors coming in, they don't only buy the crafts, pero they get the chance to try and do the craft themselves bago nila bilhin. Like in our case, parang sa silver crafting, Instead of just buying the silver, you could do the silver piece yourself. So yung experience noon is going to be an active, proactive style ng trade fair, unlike yung passive selling lang tayo. So it's going to be masaya this time. Alright. So I invite everyone to join Mandeco. It's just going to be 4 days. So my food and my crafts. So, pati yung food, mag-ano rin sila. Magpapa-try rin sila ng artisanal experience na. So yun. Thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir Alec?
Yes, this will be 4 days, no, straight. So wala na tayong gap. So one time, big time. 4 days, November 28 to December 1. So towards the end of the month. But prior to that, we have the Pulan sa IBAGIW. That is initiated by one of the members of CBCC, our Pasigari Arts group, and perhaps Miss Maricar can give us some details of the Pulan sa IBAGIW.
Ma'am Maricar Duquiogan, ma'am, kindly.
Yes, good morning. I'm so excited with what we will be offering. Again, the Pasari group of artists will be contributing and offering for the IBAGIW 7th edition. And this will be in cooperation, partnership actually with BCBC, our friends in BCBC, and then the sister Tang. And it will be held doon sa Pepag Ilagan Camp, and it will be on November 23. There will be, the sort of activities that we will be doing there. Will be workshops. What is important will be art talks. The artisan community will be invited to for art talks, various issues that will help improve the community, especially on IP rights, at ayun po. Yun pa mga iba. Pero the artists will coming and doing their works there at the park. So meron din po tayong mga booths where different activities will be offered to the public. Ayan. So it will be from morning until the evening para may get together then, because we also want to recognize the media who's been very important in this in IBAGIW. They will we'll get together kami sa kanila. So, abangan po natin ang November 23. Everybody's invited. And sponsors, so meron din, we're asking. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Maricar. Sir Alec?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Maricar. After that, the next day, I think this is a Sunday. November 24. Traditionally, this is already our closing event, every Anido night. But we ought not to call it closing day because we are extending IBAGIW up to December. So we are just calling it Anido night, where remember we've opened or lighted the creativity flame during our opening gala. So that will continue to be lighted during this Anido night, when we will now recognize not only the winners of the crafts competition, but all the other competitions held during the entire month. So this is more of a recognition night, celebrating the success of the different achievements of our artists and creatives, and particularly the kids' achievements, as we would like to focus and center the creative attention to our younger generation. So that will be the Anido night. And after that, so we will have another traditional instituted event in IBAGIW, which is always spearheaded with our ever supportive another night agency, our Department of Tourism Cordillera, which is the DOT Art in the Park, and I think this will be held at Sunshine Park. So notice how our venues will be close to each other para madali na natin ikutan. May exhibit sa convention, meron sa Art in the Park, and then UP Baguio will have the Manteco Kito there. So masarap ibitahin yung mga bisita just within the vicinity. Don't worry, they can park their cars here inside the convention center. So perhaps you can hear from RD Jovi some details of the Art in the Park from November 29 to December 1.
Ma'am Jovi, kindly.
Yes, thank you very much. But first of all, I'd like to greet our audience, mga artists and artisans natin, and also the members of the media, and my co-panelists. Thank you very much for inviting us. And congratulations to the organizers of IBAGIW Festival. This is now the 7th, no? So from the very start, we were there, and all through the years of celebrating IBAGIW, the Department of Tourism has been your partner in also promoting and supporting all the events, no, or components of the IBAGIW Festival. But for this year, as mentioned, we will continue with the celebration or the conduct of the Art in the Park. No? If you go to Google and you put Art in the Park, what will come out there is the Baguio's Art in the Park. So you can try that. So as mentioned, this is already been institutionalized because we want to continue this because we want to show the public that art is for the community. For the visitors and for the public to appreciate. No? So that's why we have to put them in the park. No? So it's not an exclusive thing. So for this year, having known that the Mande Coquito will be showcased at the UP, we opted to also use the Sunshine Park. No? That is how collaboration works. No? We have to put our yung mga events natin para together, para there is going to be a harmony, no? And people can be able to actually enjoy a creative crowd. So from the convention center, there will be an exhibit, no? So may mga exhibits din at the convention center, and then we can ask people to go to UP naman for the Mande Coquito, for the arts and crafts display, no? So, and then they can go to the Sunshine Park, where we will have art in the park, no? So, and we're actually also trying to include the arts of Kidlat Tahimik, which are actually showcased doon sa DOT compound, no? So we hope we can work with Tatay Kidlat para madama yun. And then all the way to the Department of Tourism office, which is also a gallery in itself, no? We have the works of local artists displayed in the office. We also have a DOT gallery, and we have a DOT art park. Also in keeping with the Baguio City's designation as a creative city, naka-display din ng mga artworks ng ating mga local artists. No? So just so to mention, yung ating art in the park, there will be 4 areas. Yung isa, yung Promenade A, we will have Promenade A, and this will, it's a good thing that it was mentioned, we will have outdoor creative expression workshop for children. So we believe, and we also agree that it should start with the children, yung creativity. No? So ang hirap yung mag-umpisa ka pa lang ngayon eh. It has to start while they are still young. So let's already inspire them, let's give them a platform so that they can express themselves. No? And marami dito sa Baguio, marami sa mga schools and schools, and yung mga even our out-of-school youth can also join. And we will have an on-the-spot community mural painting. So it's going to be a co-creation activity. No? So it's not just a display, but a co-creation. So anyone can volunteer to be part of the mural painting. So this is going to be along Sunshine Park, no? Or within Sunshine Park. And then yung area 2, we will have open-air exhibits. So we will have the light boxes, as you have seen in previews. Syempre papalitan natin yung mga artworks na i-display natin doon. And then we will have the bio profiles and portraits of the local photographers also will be featured yung mga works nila in light boxes. And a centerpiece artwork by woodcarver Christopher Atiwon. and installation art piece by Clint Anniversary. And we invite other artists no, na pwede rin naman silang sumama. No? And then we will have curated art exhibits and demos by some of our artists, sina Mike Segundo, sina Sigrid Bangyay for pottery. So, not just within Baguio, but also yung mga artists din natin from all over Cordilleras. And then we'll have knitting, crocheting, because yung knitting and crocheting, naging part na yan ng Baguio's art scene, so we will include that. And then wearable or art community, hand-painted, tie-dyed apparel. And then we will have also performances, because Sunshine Park may stage na doon eh. If you remember, we have a Kalasag mural also there in commemoration or in recognition of all our yung mga kalasags natin or shield natin during the pandemic. So perhaps we can also enhance that, and we will have performances on stage. So, and then of course, as I mentioned, in the OTCAR art part will also have demos of artists. No? So there's going to be the details on the DOT art in the park. So more and more every year, madami tayong artists na involved in this art in the park. So hope you will also visit, and let us support all our artists and artisans. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Ma'am Joby. Sir Allen, we still have more activities to share.
Architect Donna here can give us a backgrounder of how we started it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and now it evolved. Because in many of our participation internationally, this is something that UNESCO wanted to see. How creativity and innovation trickles down to the community in terms of improving their community and of course improving their quality of life. So napaka-exciting ito, and this will be discussed extensively more by Architect Donna, our City Planning and Development and Sustainability Officer.
Ma'am Donna, kindly.
Thank you. Good morning po to everyone. Indeed, this is the third year of our barangay placemaking projects. But this year po, we did a bit of tweaking because this time it is with Sangguniang Kabataan. But to give context to this activity, we've been going around the city po, conducting a lot of public consultations regarding our updated comprehensive land use plan and comprehensive development plan. And part of that is, of course, the crafting of our new city vision. And our new city vision is Baguio 2043, a livable, inclusive, and creative city. So these are actually the elements of what makes a city creative. It should be livable, it should be inclusive, and of course, it is creative. So livability is something that we need to look into, most especially in our communities. Because as everyone knows, we have a lot of challenges, a lot of urban challenges in the city. And of course, it's not just the local government that does the solutions, but this time we go to barangays and together with the Sangguniang Kabataan, we are engaging them to become solutions makers as well. So this year, we call our project Dugan. Dugan po is the Ibanoy for place. Because this will be the first cohort of 25 barangays, their Sangguniang Kabataan, who will now become placemakers. So we have developed a 14-module training with them. And one module is on barangay stories. That's about the heritage, the cultural aspects of their barangay, and of course, the stories that the old people have regarding their barangay. So what we did with the SK is that they went to interview a lot of the older people in their barangay just to bring out ano po ba yung mga stories ng mga barangay nila. And when they came back, we already asked them to articulate it in the form of a mixed media. And this time we have artists who will be mentoring them And on November 29th, we will be showcasing their works at the University of the Cordilleras. So you will see po how they look at their barangays in the form of these stories. So yun po yung makikita niya in the form of a mixed media. We're trying to enjoin them to also do a theater presentation, pero medyo shy po sila. So I think we will put more effort on their mixed media. So ito po is the first of its kind na this time around we are creating tastemakers in the barangays. And since 25 barangays lang po ito, that means that it will take us like 5 years to capture the 128 barangays in our city. But it's a good start already because 25 barangays will be competing for the placemaking challenge. So that means po that they will again articulate that art form into something physical in their barangay. So paano nila gagawin isang special place sa barangay nila yung art form na yun. It will be in the form of a challenge. So that means po that the prizes will be for them to implement that placemaking project. So by next year po, what we will showcase in the next IBAGIW are their articulations of art in their barangay and the next cohort po of barangay placemakers. So yan po ang aming handog ngayong IBAGIW 7th year. Thank you very much po.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Donna. Sir Alec, do we have more activities?
Yeah, we have a lot more, but Gabby, please indulge me.
Yes.
I'm giving the mic to RD Juliet because we would like to recognize also the support of DTI ever since, particularly with capacity building. And now they have several national programs at hindi kinakalimutan ng Baguio. Kasi pioneering naman ng Baguio. And we would like to ask RD Juliet to share with us activities from DTI that we have already contacted, actually some of them done, in Fiesta Hiraya. And the forthcoming in Pagkabsat, and as I said, that yan yung major income generating for many of our crafters. And the current ongoing Bunso-Bunsan project in partnership with CBCC actually, and perhaps after her, Sir Art will discuss more about the Imagineering Bunso-Bunsan project. So RD?
So RD, Juliet Lucas, DTI Farm. Ma'am, good morning.
Is this on?
Yeah, sige ma'am.
Thank you, Sir Alec, Sir Gabby. I would like also to greet our creative stakeholders in the city. Ang vibrant. It's really very vibrant community. So the Department of Trade and Industry is always supportive to that, to creatives, because we now call that a very big industry na it becomes international in scope. Wala pang passport yan, di ba? Yung mga tao need that to have passport to be able to enter the international scope. And I'm so happy that while DTI focus on putting creatives as an industry, as a business, and gathering enterprises into the loop, and noting the economic benefits of this industry to our stakeholders. Our creative community in Baguio puts a lot of value in the different art products and different works that we have that we do with our hands. No, the stories that you tell, the background, and the origins. They mean a lot to the value of the creative artwork that we, or the works that we do. I remember one time a very small exhibit that I attended in September, or that was in October. I asked Marge here, why will I buy that small painting, which is a desktop in nature? Sabi niya, you can just stare on that and break from work, and you will be rejuvenated. And true enough, that is actually very true. So we will see the benefit pala of these works, not only to individuals, but not only to the economy, but also to the personhood of all of us that are appreciating creative. So, for the Department of Trade and Industry, we just had the Fiesta Haraya, which is a creative festival, but it's regional in scope. So for 2023, we had the mapping and profiling of what the creative industry looks like in our region. Of course, with Baguio City being the creative city for folk arts and craft, anchoring and pulling in all the other areas of the region and making it a showcase of our creative industry. So, last year we had the profiling. This year we brought out the works of the creative domains. So we had the core diseño, which is a challenge of designers, bringing out their creativity in our fashion accessories and wearables. And of course, we want more participation. If we continue with that, next year, hindi lang sana 22 ang participants, kundi mas marami pa, para mas maraming lalabas. We also have the CHORD, C-H-O-R-D, Cordillera Songwriting Contest. And my God, we have beautiful songs, nakakatindig balahibo yung mga pieces that they have portrayed during the Haraya. And you know, even this is, I just realized that Sisingit, a very popular song done by our Cordillera musician, is very popular, and the author is not that popular. So he was there and he made another song. So sabihin ko, we have to look at the copyright of that one so that it will already be out for usage. Kasi tingin natin, gamit tayo ng gamit sa mga art, sa mga works na ito, pero we are not giving back to them. Sana we should also recognize them with some royalties, no? And then we also had the contest of digital poster making contest, because October was also the Consumer Welfare Month. And the kids, for the first time that they work on digital animation or digital arts, they did beautiful posters. Likewise, photography that is portraying or giving a lot of information of our area to the world is also one thing to see. And with all of those that came into fore, nakita natin that there's a lot of domains that we can offer from the Cordillera. The law that is supporting creative industry, which is being implemented now, is the Philippine Development, PICIDA, Philippine Creative Industry Development Act. And there is fund that is supporting that, and that is what we are implementing. No? So we do that annually, and through this, we hope our creative industry will become more prosperous. So we are also going to have the creative content workshop on November 9, 8, and 9 here in Baguio. Please look at the posters for that. I didn't memorize the date or the venue, no? So it will also be still a part of the Creative Festival Fiesta Haraya. And then on November 15, that is in Alabang, Muntinlupa, please invite our networks, all our networks, wherever they are, because we will again be exhibiting and showcasing our crafts and visual arts at the venue there at the festival mall. So there were 60 participants from the Cordillera that signified, and 60 booths rather, but 80 participants sa Impakabsat. We will also be showcasing there the new products that were developed from the design competition. And of course, the performers will also be going there for the performances. And with that, with all of these activities, we also have Lutsog Lutsad, which is our support to Baguio City Creative, that is under the PICIDA law, and we are providing funds for the city for them to implement their proposed activity for creatives. And for this year, it is product development. That is in support to to the request of our very own mayor who said, let us bring out souvenir items that are with intricacy, that the craftsmanship is with intricacy. So if it has to be with the use of technology, then that's what we are looking at now, because some intricate activities with our art, although the mind is very creative, our hands cannot really do it, when it is, especially for tiny items, no? For tiny items. So yun, we are looking at what will happen with the product development workshops to be conducted under the Lunsod-Lunsad. And of course, we are excited with the prototypes that will be coming up, because that will be all done by the Imagineers of Baguio City. Imagineers, the artists themselves here in Baguio City. So that's all. We have the Fiesta Haraya, Lunsod-Lunsad, Impakapsat are the three big events that we are doing to flourish the creative sector of this city. No? So we have always been a part of this, and we will continue to be. Thank you very much.
Thank you, RD Juliet Lucas. Sir Alec?
Thank you, RD. Perhaps we can pass on the mic to Sir Art Tibaldo to speak more about the Lunsod-Lunsad project in partnership with THEMS International, the Imagineering.
So that's a new word, you know? Imagineers tayo, Imagineers.
By the way, I'd like to mention that the Creative Baguio City Council has 9 clusters. So Maricar is with the publication, Romance with crafts, and we have here Marge and John Nard of CBCC. They are in charge of the design and also for crafts. We also have, of course, Lizelle. Now, on the part of the CBCCs, we have a banner project. It's called the Imagineering. So what happened was, we had a workshop in La Union. Then this was followed with a training conducted by THEMS International. And the participants are now called the Baguio Imagineers. So what are these? This has something to do with creative disruption, creative placemaking, creative industry, and upcycling. Look, I'm wearing a tinalak, and tinalak is from the Timori tribe, and it's made into a vest, functional vest. It's a kind of disruption. Like we do have cultural artifacts like the guaya. It's made of metal. It's a disruption. I'm wearing a hood, parang ito, balabal to, so I can wear it as parang an accent point. So on November 8, from November 8 to December 8, we will transform the Gallery 2600 into a showroom for creative disruptions, products of Baguio Imagineers. So right now we are working on these items, these creations. So abangan na lang ninyo. So it's something for, we are known for a lot of disruptions. The biggest was the July 16, 1990 earthquake, of course. And then we had the pandemic. Now we artists, nag-iisip na tayo ng mga ka-disrupt. So it's going to be, the Imagineering will be a byword, creative disruptions, and abangan na lang po ninyo. By the way, for Creative Sunday, we will also showcase another disruptions. We call it the Reto Bar. It's going to be a fashion, parang fashion runway by the designers themselves. So you come, you make your own OOTD, outfit for the day, out of Reto Bar. Reto Bar is upcycling. So isa na naman po itong aabangan.
Thank you, Manong Art. We have some more before we go to our Q&A. Yes, again. Ma'am Juliet.
Yes, because creative cuts across all sectors, no? So the works of the creatives is on daily basis exhibited at our auto hubs, in the region, all over the region. So we have the Autumn Hub of Baguio here, and the cafeteria there. So Upper Session Road, that's every day. So your products can also be exhibited there. And we are launching it also as a learning site for creatives. So you can have venue there for your workshops and so forth. Now the second floor of the CBCC will form as part of your creative venue. And for this November at the Impakabsat, we are launching not only because we have done it physical every year, but this time it will be online, so that our catalog, the products that we exhibit there will be in a catalog, and it will be exhibited on a platform where buyers can see and negotiate with the different producers. You are also welcome there to exhibit, make it as a gallery for your artworks also. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Unless if we have more announcements, we can now go to our Q&A. Our friends in media, okay na? Ayan, si Ma'am. Okay, yes. Ma'am Duluan, yan. Ma'am Rizal Duluan, CBCC Sector Representative on Literary. Sige, Ma'am. Good morning to you, Ma'am.
Good morning. I'd like to share more about the AFCC convention, which is the Asian Festival for Children's Content. There's an active invitation for everyone to come. It's not just for writers, illustrators, or anyone who's interested in book writing and publishing for children. It's also for reading advocates. So we are also inviting parents to come and also see how to better tell stories to their children and also advocate reading to their children. So we actually have a press material for you. I've given it to Grail already, so she can distribute to everyone. The material also has the QR code for joining and registering in the conference. So it's November 21 to 23 here at the Baguio Convention Center. And apart from local authors and also local publishers and illustrators like Tor, Sabi, Christine, and Belen, we will also be having speakers from Singapore and also other parts of Asia. And the theme for this second convention is curiosity, which falls within the theme of IBAGIW this year. So please watch out for the email with that press material so you can learn more about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Duluan, Ma'am Venus, I think, regarding sa ikat yata.
Yes. Okay, so marami na kayong materials today. I think a lot of us have given you a lot of information already on the highlight activities for IBAGIW. And so to cap the festivities, I want to present now the World Ikat Textile Symposium. I'm very happy that Art has already worn ikat. Those of you who know ikat, do you know what ikat is? Ikat. Ikat is a very traditional way of weaving. It is not only present in the Philippines, it's present globally. Ikat is a way of dyeing and tying the threads, and then you dye it with natural dyes. This is the kind of weaving that has been passed on traditionally. It's called ikat. Ikat is present in many countries in Southeast Asia, in Asia mostly, in Japan, in Korea, in Russia, in Latin America, even in the United States for some in some areas, and in the UK, in Australia also. So World Ikat, okay, it is coming to the Philippines. The symposium is coming to the Philippines. When it first started, it was organized by the World Crafts Council. Was first started in 2016, and held in the UK, in London. And so in 2017, countries like Malaysia, in Kuching, Malaysia, in India, in 2017, and in 2018, it was held in Thailand, and then in 2019, it was held in Indonesia. So it rested for at least 3 years because of the pandemic. And so we were invited as a country, invited to host the World Ikat Textile Symposium. And rightfully, here in Baguio, being a UNESCO crafts and folk arts city. And so we're very happy and excited to be hosting an international event called the World Ikat Textile Symposium. We are proud of this because Cordillera is also proud of our Ikat tradition, especially in Ifugao, Mountain Province, and some parts of Nueva Vizcaya, the Isanay. In Mindanao, naku, ang dami dyan. Tivoli, the Tivoli, like maybe you can stand up, Mr. R. This is an art form traditionally done by the Tivolis in Cotabato, in Lake Cebu, in Cotabato. It is also being done in parts of Davao del Sur, the Bagobos, the Maranaos in Zamboanga, so many places in Mindanao do ikat weaving. In fact, they are honoring a lot of ikat weavers. We call them master weavers, and they're all gamabas. These are all our living tradition weavers that are coming also to the city of Baguio, and we're honoring them. The World Ikat Textile Symposium will bring together countries coming from even Russia, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, countries like Uruguay and in India, and many other countries are coming. There are about 30 speakers coming for the symposium and a lot of designers. Because the World Ikat Symposium have many components. We have the symposium, we have exhibition, World Ikat Textile, we have workshops, and there's a fashion show. And there's a bazaar. So there's so many things to look forward to. A lot of these countries are bringing a lot of their ikat materials for a bazaar. So it will start December 3 up to December 6. So our festivities for IBAGIW really runs towards this World Ikat, which caps the festival. So that's the concluding festivities of IBAGIW. So watch out for all of these events. So we're very excited to present all of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Venus. Sir Alec, maybe you can introduce some of our distinguished guests we still have here.
Before Q&A, because you might want to ask also the others who are part of IBAGIW. We'll start with the gastro art is really a bringing together the best of gastronomy here in Baguio City. So we will have also in gastro art, we have Amare La Cocina. Are we here? Yes, the Amare, and their featured artists will be Jordan Mamusan and Gilbert Alberto.
Are they here?
They are here.
Jordan, Sir Gilbert.
And then part of the crawl will be Le Chef at the Manor. Their featured artist is the Mighty Putans.
Le Chef. Palakpakan naman natin, come on.
Pair of Kapulian Lidia, Rocky Kahigan and Francis Alincayon, and Irene Bauer Bibuya. They will be part of the showcase in Le Chef at the Manor. By the way, Rocky here, as I mentioned, is our curator. Of all of this, gastro art showcases, including the Naked City Contemporary Art Exhibit. Canto Bokchi Joint will feature Dulce Monar and Hermie Bruno. Hermie and Cara Bruno.
And we'll also have Chaya, who will feature Leonard Aguinaldo. And then we have the gallery by Witchcraft to feature Claire Torres and Edgar Banasa. Do we have people from the gallery here? Then we'll have also Gypsy Baguio by Chef Waya to feature Mayatan Handicrafts and Joey Simsini. We'll also have the Curious Coffee Company at G1 Lodge. So that they will feature Roland by Johnny Bengao and James Mamosa. Rebel Bakehouse, I think they're here. They will feature Clinton Aniversario and Roby Carates. We'll also have L'Atelier de Grand to feature Marlene Bulayo. This is the French bakery. Oh My Gulay will feature Pincel through Duday Marana and Julius Lumique. We'll also have Mountain Man to feature Carlo Villafuerte. Is Carlo here? He made this actually for me. He will have a lot of this available for you. And Perry Mamaril. Yes, there will be a lot for Mountain Man. We also have here Miss Donna and Ronald Bongan. They will feature the Dapayan 5th episode. Architect Jonard will also have the Creative Futures in the public library. So the media may want to ask them also what perhaps they can offer during these different exciting events for IBAGIW Creative Festival.
Thank you. Again, we thank all of the private sector that are supporting IBAGIW, the 7th edition of IBAGIW. Maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta talaga. And so, yes, okay, Q&A.
Okay, let's now build the Q&A. Before anything else, I'd like to acknowledge, of course, the President of the Baguio Correspondents and Broadcasters Club, Tom Picani, for Amian Molina. Okay, we'll start with Liza, Ago of the Philippine News Agency. So sa Q&A tayo, sa Q&A na po tayo. Dito na lang, Liza.
Ikat.
Of the Philippine News Agency.
Ikat.
Good morning po sa mga panelists natin.
Mga
It
media.
was mentioned a while ago that the focus of what we want to do for Baguio or in Baguio or Cordillera as a creative area or creative region is to concentrate or give the children a chance, maybe know what kind of activities are in line specifically for IBAGIW and also from the GLOBE and also the CTI activities for the children, for them to appreciate arts.
Ayan, sa children, okay, specifically. Okay, so
I think I mentioned many of them already when we were presenting the different activities. Primarily, yun nga yung convention of AFCC or the Asian Festival for Children Content, which is entitled Curiosity. So that will be held from November 21 to 23. We're not only inviting content creators for children, but also young creators, so they can start knowing and exposing themselves to what they want to have as part of content, or in terms of content. We also have the crafts and folk art competition this year, inviting children from ano yung age bracket na natin dito sa crafts competition? Yeah, 8 to 12, then 13 to 17. So yan po yung age brackets competition natin for arts and crafts competition. In the past, for the previous years, ang ating crafts competition are for the adult crafts makers or craftsmen, crafts people natin. So ngayon, we ask the children to do their own craft, mentored of course by our seasoned crafts people. And then for the medyo college students na senior high school, we have the Baguio Smart City Challenge, which is a competition in
introducing innovative solutions to urban problems. So ito naman nasa digital and technology sector. And lest we forget, of course, yung CPDO project na Placemaking Challenge, spearheaded ito by the SK or the youth barangay members. Sila ang mag-propose how they create public spaces into a communal space for creativity and innovation. So yun yung makikita natin dun sa Barangay Placemaking Challenge. Si Architect Jonard, meron siyang future barangay, the Creative Futures Discovering Art and Design Workshop. I think this is also geared towards the kids, no? Creative Futures. So they are one sector in CBCC. So ito yung pang-ibang lang. In our desire to help achieve yung goal na Philippines 2030, sabi nga ni Ma'am Venus, we have to start with the kids. This is just the start. We will have more programs. Sabi nga namin, CBCC works beyond IBAGIW. So after IBAGIW, there might be activities for children that we continuing with the support, of course, of DTI.
Okay, we have a follow-up, Ms. Lisa.
Are these activities free?
Yes, definitely free for the kids, for the children. Yung conference, I think, yun yung may yung convention for adults na tagagawa ng content for children. Yun ang may fee. But for children wanting to participate, it's free. All of this, even yung placemaking challenge, yung Smart City challenge, yung crafts making natin is also very free. As a matter of fact, may prize pa sila. If they prove to have show something worthy to be showcased as a product of the children.
Thank you po. Hey, Ma'am Juliet. Ma'am, do we have specific budget for children activities?
Thank you for that question. We have to clarify that for DTI, our clients are enterprises, right? And those who start with enterprises are 18 and above. So to have a registration with business name and so forth. And for that, more of our intervention or assistances is towards youth from 18. So that's why we have Youth Entrepreneurship Program. By the way, may I announce the Young Creative Challenge, which is a national competition. 1 million po ang prize noon. So please look at our Facebook page for the details and how to apply on that challenge. So yun po ang ating nabibigay sa ating mga stakeholders, the medyo older individuals.
So 1 million yen?
Pesos.
Pesos.
Salamat po. I'd like to take advantage of the presence of Director Joey. Ma'am, kumusta po after Christine and Leon? Kumusta po ang ating mga tourist destinations and may mga kailangan po bang ayusin, gawin para makarecover tayo?
Thank you for that question. During the Typhoon Christine, our role was really to monitor yung mga damages of our tourism attractions, tourism sites all over the Cordillera, and also yung mga stranded tourists. Unfortunately for us, wala naman tayong stranded tourists in the region, no? And meron tayong reported damages lang. But now we're already coordinating with them, and also through the DTI's yung SB Corporation, kasi for them to access yung mga loan packages, and we can actually endorse them to DTI or to SB Corp. And also we're now designing a project through the Tourism Promotions Board to assist enterprises who are affected by typhoons, no? Kasi year in and year out, meron tayong mga ganyan. And we will be submitting our proposal Kasi based on the submitted reports to us, ito yung sasabit natin sa Manila for some assistance. No? So we'll be announcing it later. So thank you. But like to add, going back to the IBAGIW Festival, because you were talking about the children, no? As mentioned kanina, yung Art in the Park will also be involving children. So this is more of visual arts, but we hope that we can be able to also include yung crafts making, kasi very important talaga yung crafts making. Kasi, you know, ang tourism kasi is actually always the end user of all of this creativity, no? Like the merchandise that we give for mga PR, ganyan, to promote also the region, Baguio City, and all the provinces. That's why when I went to the Haraya, I was looking at all the products there, and I would always look at nasa branding niya. No? So it's important to see where they came from, or kung sino yung artist na nandun. Kasi that's what we always emphasize because we cross-brand. Like, we give away all of these products, but they should be representing Baguio, they should be representing the Cordillera Cebu. Kaya dapat nakikita doon Cordillera Philippines, or Baguio City Philippines, Kalinga, and all others. So I think I just mentioned this kasi to also guide yung mga crafts makers natin. No? So, and something that's really meaningful, no? Kasi since the Department of Tourism is promoting yung experiences, no? And people or tourists or visitors are always looking for something new, no? And I think it's also inspiring more artists to become more creative. Kasi if we don't follow the trend, isa na pag-iiwanan. No? So we really look at the interest now of people looking for something good, something meaningful, something yung may narrative, no? And something sustainable. No? So that's the role of tourism in all of this. I just want to mention that. Thank you.
Mabalikan ko, maybe daw po ano po yung reported damage on
meron tayo
destinations.
Meron tayong reported damages on rice terraces, meron yung mga collapsed rice terraces, and then meron din tayong mga reprops ng mga tourism establishments natin o tourism sites natin, mostly from the provinces, yung sa Kalinga and Mountain Province.
Panghuli po kay Ma'am Venus. Ma'am, are we seeing, kasi when we were kids, siguro when you were kids, when I was a kid, ang schools natin, meron tayong mga crafts na ginagawa sa school. Are we seeing a revival of these activities as part of the curriculum of the DepEd?
I hope so. I cannot speak for DepEd at the moment, but if they see, if they see that we are initiating something like this, I think it encourages them. So I think this is something that I can probably discuss also with DTI, because I think this is important. The education of children, really, especially when it comes to creativity, should be part of the curriculum. And yes, nung araw, yung mga home economics, yung mga knitting, sewing, and all that, we were encouraged to do this. And I think that's important to be still part of growing up, and that should be part of their really to be encouraged by DepEd. So I think with what we are initiating now, I hope that DepEd will with the new secretary and the secretary's wife is very much into creativity. I think this could spell a new resurgence of creativity being part of the educational process.
Thank you, Lisa. Mark Laman of, I think, the Sentinel. Pull mo talaga yung mic dyan pareho. Yeah, then stay there, siguro. Sige, Mark Laman. Then next, kasama rin natin sa social media.
Hello.
And join us also.
Hello. Good morning po sa ating mga panelists. Myself, I was wondering po kasi dahil dumarami po sa ating mga creative, lalo na sa wedding. Katanungan lang po kay Sir Art po, regarding po sa outfit niya ngayon. Originated po ito sa Cordillera. Then talagang creative ito po. And then, kung para kasi may pagkasimilar din sa mga Moro, mga Muslim. Yun po.
Sige, Marimar.
Itong with bread, this is by Nardas. So, sinututo para sa makikita kung ano yung itsura ng ikat. Because a lot of us do not know what ikat is all about. Ito namang resto is, as mentioned by Co-Chair Venustan kanina, yung material is tinalak from the Timoli tribe sa southern Philippines. So hindi ito native cordillera. But we can actually come with similar out of Abaca. Sa mountain province, sa Balikat, they are now propagating Abaca. Pero the concept really is the ikat. So malalaman ninyo pagdating sa word ikat. Yeah. It's more of tie-dyeing. Pag pumunta ka sa Nardas, sa Tublay, makikita mo paano nila kinukulayan through tie-dyeing. Ito yun. So this is Cordillera, this is Tivoli.
Kasi kung tinatanong sa dyeing, hindi ko nagkakaroon ng parang epekto yung nagkakamantya, sting, kaya nasisira yung dahil yung
It's, ano naman na, time-tested na itong so sa mga weavers, alam na nila na like yung mga natural dye na ginagamit sa abra, tumatagal naman when it comes to dyeing.
So sir, yung mga disenyo na iba-ibang disenyo na sir, dito sa natin.
Designs?
Yeah.
Well, alam mo naman yung mga artistic and yung different designs concept na aakma sa kanilang kultura. Ito naman yung kultura ito ng Tivoli. That's why my word is parang lang, bigay ng ehemplo ng tinatawag natin na disruption, imaginary. So, pwede natin ipag-dikit, ipag-mix ang isang dalawang bagay to come up with a different product in konsepto ng creative disruption.
Any idea po sir kung magkano ang presyo ng ganyang klase?
Kuha ko lang ito sa auction.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mar. Do we have more questions for our panelists? Do we have more questions? Yes, ma'am. Your name na lang siguro and the outfit or maybe the flag you represent. Thank you, ma'am. Dito lang.
Hi, good morning. My name is Kay. I teach com at SLU. I write about food and culture. And one of the discussions we've had in amidst people that advocate gastronomy, Philippine gastronomy, like the renewable food writing award and the Food Writers Association of the Philippines, is I would like to personally ask if our city, if there are moves to enter po yung creative city for gastronomy. Is there something like that? Because one of the discussions we've had with DrArnolds and Felipe Santa Maria and all of the other food writers who've been writing about food for longest time has something to do, that award or that distinction has something to do with food waste, food processes, not just how good food is in a place, but it involves the whole ecosystem. And I think we qualify. So I'm just really excited to ask if there's a move for that po. Anyone Maminos?
Yes, okay. Let me answer. Maybe the other panelists may have their own opinions too. But I think, well, gastronomy, as we are evolving at the moment, Cordilleran gastronomy has been evolving. It is now slowly getting recognized and getting wide acceptance. As you know, the UNESCO Creative City for Gastronomy is Iloilo. Yes. As in Iloilo. But I think, this is my thoughts, I think that just because we are a creative city of crafts and folk arts, we are not being prevented from applying to get another designation. And it can be in literature, it can be in film, it can be in gastronomy, it can be in design, whatever. And we have it. We have it. Gastronomy is something that we will aspire for. I think it is a journey. It is a journey. And right now, I see the journey evolving. Way back when I was RD, I looked at Cordilleran gastronomy as something that we can really market in tourism. It is part of the narrative. It is part of why people become interested in a destination. It's because about the stories that you tell, and gastronomy is one of them. And that's the reason why we kept on putting gastronomy into the mix, into the added value of tourism. And that's why RD Joby already established the mga tako. Because it is one way of having people appreciating our gastronomy, our cuisine. So I think it's not far-fetched. I think that our cuisine, our Cordillera cuisine, is very unique, and people are now discovering it. Etag has become a cuisine that is being sought after now, even by chefs coming from Manila. So to me, I think it's an evolution, and people will begin to appreciate what we are because it's part of our identity. And to me, it is something not remote. We can.
Okay, maybe in the future we can have
If
big
I may
ice
just
cream,
add,
no? Okay, sige.
if I may just add, with or without the distinction.
Yeah, with or without.
Right?
We can still.
Because it might be far-fetched, I think the selection process is dependent also on diversifying the distinctions. Meron na tayo bakit ulitin, bakit gano'n ang perception ng UNESCO. But as you have seen, the CBCC itself has already embraced 9 creative sectors. One of them is cultural expressions, where gastronomy is. And one highlight of IBAGIW is the gastro art. So with or without that distinction, especially tourism, we always put it forward as part of our asset and a part of our identity.
Yeah, and really to add to the gastro art role, it is important now, the participating restaurants in the gastro art, they are really encouraged to create a menu that has Cordilleran touches, Cordilleran ingredients, Cordilleran flavor. So that's the reason why we are putting this all together. So it becomes really unique, it becomes interesting, because now they're offering something like this. Even if they don't do it on a natural, on their own, in IBAGIW, during this period, they will introduce something that has to do with Cordilleran flavor.
Ayun, pinigpikan pie, pinigpikan ice cream. Yes, yes.
If I may add also, thank you for actually mentioning because gastronomy is part of the creative industry. And for the Department of Tourism, it is actually one of the priorities now, yung gastronomy tourism. And that is precisely the reason. And yung pagiging UNESCO creative city natin on gastronomy is, I think, should be desired by all. But it needs a lot of work. So, for instance, we have started with mga tako. We really have to bring out all our culturally, yung food natin, yung cultural food natin, and something that we are proud of na pagkain, here in the Cordillera or here in Baguio City. And as I mentioned, it can be a fusion. It should have a story as always. Kasi yun naman ang essence of the food. There should be a story behind it. Who are the farmers? What are the ingredients and all. Hindi lang government. We're not just talking of the food that we eat immediately, also about yung processed food also. So lahat yung chain ng pagkain from the farmers, the raw, to the restaurant, and then to the processed din na pwede you can sell outside of the region. So, and then more research. To me, that is where the academy can come in. We need more research on all of the cuisine that we have, or the food that we have here in Cordillera or here in the city of Baguio. And that's what we're going to carry in all of our events. And that is what we can also encourage our restaurants to offer. And we're happy here in the city of Baguio because even the Hotel and Restaurant Association of Baguio, in the past, the priority or the highlight has always been international cuisine, diba? And now, more and more now, yung HRAP has actually even adopted now the cuisine, yung local cuisine as part of the competition of all the students. And I think that's also very, very good start, no? So all of the events sa academy, the events of government, private sector, etc., I think will carry us towards the goal of becoming a gastronomy creative city. No? So let's work together. And then of course, the role of the media, mga vloggers natin, if it's something that you can also promote, para we can be mainstream. Kailangan lang ma-mainstream. We should really popularize and then also increase the demand for local food. No? So yun ang ating goal ngayon. So magtulungan natin, I think it's not something na mahirap gawin, for as long as the vision is there, the goal is there, then we can do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Marami na tayong naisip. Pinunag halo-halo, pinunag coffee. Marami na ako naisip. Okay, sige na. Marami na ako na-imagine. Do we have more questions? Sige, from anyone. Let's take advantage of this time. Although after this, you can also ask, di ba? Pero at least ito. Do we have more questions? Pag wala na, we go muna sa kanilang closing statements na siguro. Then we can continue. Okay? Sige. So, pag wala na yata, let's na go to the closing statement.
So, yeah. Again, we invite you to join us for Monday Coquito. It's our 8th run. So yung question kanina, if kids are sa Monday ko, kasi nga we're gonna have an immersive creative workshop all throughout the 4 days. So kids or adults pwede maki-engage doon and do the workshops with the crafters. So November 28 to December 1 from 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. See you there.
Sige, basta children, free entrance, free exit, ha? Okay, sige. Manong Art?
Okay, for the Gallery 2600, the Imagineers, or the Baguio Imagineers will showcase their products dito sa gallery from the opening of IBAGIW 2024, November 8, up to November 24, siguro, better within those days tayo pupunta. Because after that, the WITS will showcase also their tinalak products. So, bisita kayo sa Gallery 2600.
Thank you, Manong Art. Mamaricar.
Yes, I would also like to add, we forgot to mention a while ago that during Creative Sundays, where Caranta Street is going to be alive with creativity, we are inviting visual artists who would like to participate in the live studio, parang ganun, dun sa Caranta Street. We're going to transform that, ang ganda ng venue na yun, yung area na actually that was what you were discussing before it was open. That artists will line up there along Caranta Street and do their work. So parang plain air, but the artists were expected sana to bring their artworks surrounding them with their artworks. So para magkakaroon tayo ng gallery studio doon sa Caranta Street. We will be sending off today with Kyle the invitation. So if you would like to join po, I think it will be posted po doon sa page. So please join us. This will be every Sundays doon sa Caranta Street.
Thank you, Mamaricar. Puntahan nyo rin pala ang bookends, yung bookshop ni Mamaricar.
Creative, literary, kasama rin po yan. And add to that pala, even at John Hay, we already opened the art market doon sa John Hay Bell House. If you happen to pass by or invite, you have friends who want to visit John Hay, this is also in parang kasama dun sa anniversary nila. It's also lined up as one of the activities din sa IBAGIW. Yun po.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Ma'am Donna?
We would like to invite you on November 29, University of the Cordilleras Theater. Let's support the SK. We will have the pitch competition din po during the showcase of their artwork. So, see you there.
Okay. Ma'am Lizelle muna, ma'am. Ma'am Lizelle.
So again, we'd like to invite you to join the Asian Festival for Children's Content. And specifically for children, on November 23, during the conference, there will be an awarding of best stories done by elementary, junior high, and senior high school students that will be given prizes for that. And AFCC also has a specific activity on creative story writing for children with Vivita. So please join.
Okay, RD Jovi, ma'am. Thank you, Ma'am Vicente.
Yes, hello once again. Let us support all the activities of IBAGIW and let us continue the inspiration, the partnership during this festival, and I hope it will continue even after the IBAGIW Festival. Of course, yung Art in the Park will still continue November 28 hanggang December 1 to coincide with Monday Coquito. And as I have mentioned, lahat ito very good for tourism. All the things that we do during IBAGIW Festival. Kasi when we do event promotion, we need all the artists, in performances, lahat yung mga creative design, even technical, we need that in tourism, no? We need the products for promoting also the places. We need the products for PR, etc. So I think kung may industry na masaya, I am the Department of Tourism when we do this IBAGIW Festival. Maraming salamat and support tayo dyan.
Thank you, RD Jovi, RD Juliet.
Thank you, sir. Congratulations again to the coordinators and participants of this IBAGIW Festival. Let us all support this one. So for DTI, we are heads-on. We are giving heads-up already for the workshop on the localization of the creative industry roadmap. That will be one plan for the country, but when we say we localize, we are going to do our specific plan here for the region and for one of the segments that was, of course, Baguio City. And for that, our objectives is seen in the pillars of the creative industry wherein we have 5, the beams. We are putting it in the acronym BEAMS. Number 1 is the building creative ecosystem. Pag may nag-survey sa atin, magpalista tayo. So we will have what we call the creative ecosystem. We will know who are acting on this, who is who, no? And then we will also have the empowering creative workshops. That is our capability building activities. Accelerating inclusive innovation. We will include the different tools and the different innovative activities that we are adapting here in the city. It's also being a smart city, right? And then we also have the mobilizing, financing, support, but M is marketing. No, so marketing we include because we need to transform our artworks into monetary value. That's also very important for us. Thank you.
Thank you, RD Juliet. Our host, of course, Sir Alec muna. Sir Alec, Papalo, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us. I think this is a manifestation of how IBAGIW has really touched a lot have triggered a lot of our creative spirits. Yung mga hindi dating alam nating artist, nagiging artist na lahat. Kaya we have seen a lot of intangible benefits aside from the income na nag-generate for our creatives. Just so exciting. We never get tired of doing such activities. So thank you very much for joining us. I would just like to mention one target of Lunsod actually is for us to develop within this year, hopefully, towards the end of the year, a Creative Baguio website where we will have the directory of all creatives. So I hope you enlist and be part of CBCC. We have 9 sectors. You can join it even if you are just budding and new, even the younger generation na nag-umpisa pa lang. DTI is here to help us become entrepreneurs. So that we will have a complete directory of creatives for Baguio. It will also become the e-market for all local IBAGIW products. So that is something that we're also looking forward to this year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sir Alec. Now we go to the always evolving. Except yata yung height na nag-evolve, except yung height. The always evolving, always creative and disruptive, Ma'am Marie Venus Tan, CBCC co-chair, Ma'am Venus.
Thank you, Gabby, for hosting this press con. Maraming salamat sa iyo. I'd like to thank our panelists, and I'd really like to make mention the presence of the Department of Tourism and the Department of Trade and Industry. Without their support, syempre, alam nyo, unity is very important. The support and cooperation is vital in everything that we do. And so I thank them profusely for all their support. I thank also the officers of CBCC, our sectoral representatives who are here and who in their private capacity have been working really passionately, voluntarily for all of this, for what's happening for the creative city of Baguio. Alam nyo, I'm very happy on its 7th year as being designated as UNESCO Creative City. People are really, the citizens are really embracing it. And I'm really glad that we are here and we are all united in becoming a city that's not only creative, but economically vibrant and dynamic. And so, again, I really want to really thank the media. We are present in Facebook,
Yes.
in Instagram. Please share this. And I'm also calling on everybody, please share. Because the moment we keep on sharing this, the more people know us, the more people will support us, the more people, the right people, will come to visit us. I thank very profusely the restaurants who have cooperated in this endeavor. Maraming pong salamat. Our artists who are the heroes in all of this. Our craftspeople, our artisans, kayo po ang dahilan. Kaya nandito po kami para supportahan kayong lahat. And so, IBAGIW is our event that caps our year-long effort to put forward what Baguio is really made out of. Our identity is creative, our identity is underpinned by our culture. And so, maraming pong salamat at magandang umaga sa ating lahat.
Thank you, Ma'am Venus. 3 cheers for the IBAGIW Creative Festival 2024. Heaven? Hooray! Heaven? Hooray! Hey, heaven? Hooray! On behalf of the Public Information Office, Conan and Ariel, my fellow bookings of the PIO, this is Gabby Keith. God bless all of you. Mabuhay po sa inyo.